Ben Bruce has left Asking Alexandria. This is big news. This is massive. Hello and welcome back to Moose Smith screaming about another metalcore band. So I've been waiting 4 months for this to just drop. Well, I mean longer, but 4 months ago I knew that she was coming in and she was coming in quick. So yeah, we did know that this was coming. He has given us plenty of warning. So before we squat down into this, I want to take a little scroll down memory lane. So in case you were not aware of this boy or this news for some reason hasn't made you sad, I'm gonna try and get you invested in 50 seconds. Ben Bruce, Benny, Banjo, Benjamin is the original founder of Asking Alexandria. So if we really want to whip out the history books and clock our clogs together, the Asking Alexandria that we know today is technically the second variation, I guess you could say, because Ben Bruce actually had a band in Dubai, of all places.
I did move to Dubai when I was 6. My dad was made redundant at the time. He went to get me into school when I was 5 years old. The school was like, we can't accept your son. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. My dad was like, right, this country's gone to shit. We're moving.
But he said, yeah, nah, fuck that. Gonna go home to land, pick up old Danny and flat with the old fella.
And I turned 17 and I was like, alright, I'm going home, see you later, mum. The band members that I made the band with in Dubai came to England with me, but just none of them were cut out for it. They gave up after a month, and that's when I found this motley crew.
Ben and Danny's banter or shenanigans, I feel like, is one of the huge contributors to the band's success.
That's my singer, a fat guy with the ginger beard.
How's that? You know you're on an Asking Alexandria tour when you get shipments of condoms this big.
Cut! Fun! No fun! Lots of fun!
Don't get me wrong, musically talented, for real, those first 3 albums are absolute fucking gold. One in particular being a fan favorite. Personally, I like this one. I think it's kind of funny. But back during that time, that was the heyday. There were horses at Warped Tour. Yeah, I shouldn't refer to us as horses, eh? We got hey pun. I grew up on the other side of the world, but from what I can gather, Warped Tour was all about meeting your favorite bands, seeing all the emo MySpace culture come to life in one little showground.
It's the most reasonably priced ticket in rock and roll. It was like 25 bucks to see 100 bands.
Getting bands out there to pay attention to their fans.
At the same time, YouTube was up and coming with the video interviews. The hours that I spent back then watching AA videos. AA stands for Asking Alexandria, not Alcohol Anonymous. I'm okay, mum, we're all good. Other than the fact that I can't say anonymous. The toilet interview will forever be imprinted in my mind. Not in a creepy way, but in a, what the fuck?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Danny.
And I'm Ben.
And we're Asking Alexandria.
And we're on the shitter.
High five.
So I was a Ben Bruce girly. Everybody has their fave, but I don't mean just in that was my fave pick of the band. I had a hierarchy of my life. Ronnie, Ollie, Benny Boy! I'm painting myself out as some crazy fangirl for the role, but I was so passively anxious. I was scared of the wind, mainly because I thought it would fuck up my scene for him. Ben Bruce has always been very open about his love and importance that he puts upon family. Asking Alexandria fans, they're all called the AA family. I believe one of his first tattoos he said was family first across his chest. Across his chest? No, I just can't say it.
How long ago did I get this? 4 years ago? Basically it says family first. Obviously these are swallows. They'll fly miles and miles, hundreds of miles each year, but they'll always go back to their home base.
You could tell that he was so proud to be a dad. He's like, fuck yeah, fucking got kids and shit. He did this thing on YouTube, Daddy Diaries, and it's just the most random, raw little vlogs. Vlogs these days are, there's a start, there's an end, there's a journey. It's just oh, here's some random clips I took on my iPhone today. Good day.
Oh, God.
These are mine.
But trust, it's so sweet, you need to go watch it. I would say over the years we have seen, I guess you could say, the heartbreak that it's brought to Ben of being completely torn and pulled in 2 different directions between his 2 loves in life, music and his family.
Most of us, all of us minus Danny, are parents now, and I've got 4 children. My priority is my family. Even when I was young, one of the first tattoos I ever got was family first across my chest. And now, I have 4 beautiful kids and they're growing up, and I started to realize that they're growing up without me because I'm always on the road, I'm always touring.
I'm pretty sure that majority of their tours were American based. I know he mentioned that he went over to the UK for the first time in ages in order to play Download. They had moved back to the UK, him and his family had living in the UK at that point. I'm not going to say he's the only one that lives there, because there could be others. A little bit too sleepy to whip out Google on you right now. I think majority of the band live in America. Danny doesn't even have a British accent anymore, does he? His wife, they've actually been together for ages, I believe, but she has like a few medical conditions as well, which I would think he would worry about.
Actually, I'm at a point now where I don't think I can really tour very much at all anymore. My wife's she was born with glaucoma, so she was actually born blind, and due to a series of operations, they managed to bring back her vision to an extent.
She's like low-key giving superhero vibes. 4 kiddos whilst Benny's out on tour. Hot no! So about 4 months ago, I was watching some interviews with Ben Bruce where he expressed in a different way that he has before about how much he misses out on his family and family things because he's doing music and he's touring. The Rock Sound interview especially, I was like, oh fuck, it's coming. They dropped this album last year in August 25th. Oh, I was just gonna say in August, but my brain seems to think it knows the date. I think this album is a beautiful way for Ben to step back from the band. Doesn't mean that he won't come back. Maybe he'll come back when the kids are older, or I don't know. It's like he left us a little gift.
It's like a reward.
Now, if you're on my Twitch stream, you would have seen my replay last week. Apple Replay, so that's, you know, the Spotify rap equivalent for people that are, for some reason, disassociating themselves from the social norms. Hi. This album, I got 262 plays in. That's 14.5 plays per week. What am I doing with my life? Every now and then I do wonder if I peaked in high school. Like I was 15 years old. I was like, yep, this is good. This is my personality for the rest of my life. This is why Mum thought I was never gonna get anywhere in life. So I've never actually seen Asking Alexandria live, but they're coming to Australia in March for Knotfest. And I was holding very slim needles that Ben Bruce was going to be. So I haven't been in the same country as Ben Bruce since 2014, so that's when they came to New Zealand. Hang on, this will confuse newcomers. I'm a New Zealander, but I've been living in Australia for the past 5 years. Alright, there we go. Oh, also New Zealand, shit for gigs. So Asking travelled to New Zealand in 2014, and my 16-year-old self was, well, broke and lived in a different township to where they were playing, but also riddled with anxiety. So I'm mentally curb stomping myself. I'll be like 50 or 60 and they'll do some sort of like reunion show. She's in bed. Nice. They'll be hopping about like Motley Crue were. I'll be there, front row. It'll be seated because we'll all be quite old at that point. We won't be opening the pit. There'll be some 12-year-olds there who are like, you missed the heyday, this isn't the real Asking. But Granny Moo will still be screaming, oh, I finally get to see Benny Boy! Not that it really matters coming from some 26-year-old girl sitting in bed with a dash hound, but in all honesty, I do want to wish Ben the absolute best. Like, I talk about these things and I do say jokes, but at the end of the day, they're fucking people. Like, they need to live their fucking life. So many hours of enjoyment from watching YouTube videos and keeping up with tours and seeing their jokes. It probably developed my unhealthy like of a boisterous trait in men. It's probably not very healthy, but, you know, it's right up the top there on the list. The Asking Alexandria music, especially those first 3 albums, like, I was listening to that shit during some of the hardest times in my life. Oh, see, now I've gone and said that, and that makes it seem a bit weird, doesn't it? I've gone and made it weird. But yeah, Ben Bruce probably owns like 62% of shares in my premature hearing loss. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. I want to do more and more like this. If you really like Asking, I would love to do a whole video just timelining out the band. Obviously this is just talking about what's happened this week. If you're also a bit of a music nerd, and you'd rather actually talk about music and maybe learn some deep hidden facts that I probably dug out of some fucking dark wiki well, let me know what bands you want to see videos on. I should start with Asking, right? I've got so much Asking on this channel. I'm pretty much a fan page at this point. Subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for all the amazing Patreons that do support me. I'm gonna go roll in soap, deep fry myself until I come out like a brilliant speck of butter. I hope you have a good day.